Welcome back, folks. Now, 2016 is about to come to an end, and this year was pretty decent. It wasn't that great, it wasn't that bad, but we got about 40 new vehicles added to the roster for World of Tanks. So that's pretty crazy if you think about it. That's about 477 vehicles now in the game total that's available to the player base, and about 40 vehicles in the works. So, it's over 500 vehicles total for World of Tanks on the PC. That's pretty crazy, but we have about 20 vehicles from the Swedish tech lines, so that's pretty neat. And the 20 premium tanks are inflated with crap, so vehicles like the KV-122, basically reskin, or the black vehicles, the last moment black vehicles, disgusting. So yeah, the premium tanks for this year are inflated with a bunch of other crap, super crap, other disgusting crap. But yeah, the Swedish vehicles are like the Czechoslovakian medium tanks and the Japanese heavy tanks into one, so 20 vehicles, whereas for 2015 it's 10 vehicles separate, so I guess it's okay. But if you remember, the main purpose of this year was to fix all the problems, like artillery, like matchmaking, like the maps. It was going well for first half of this year. So we got the physics, we got the sounds. For the second half, the sandbox broke. And then just, let's do the Swedish vehicles and we'll postpone the sandbox to 2017. That's basically the summary of this year. Oh well. But here you can see the tank-e-dex that I have created from all the vehicles, past, present, and future. So here you can see all the in the works vehicles, the present premium tanks, and the normal tanks in the game. So yeah, there's about 500 vehicles on this list. So holy crap, there's a lot of tanks. But you can download this spreadsheet from the links in the description below. So have fun. But there are a few legacy vehicles, so these vehicles are still in the game files, but they're basically removed. So vehicles like the Waffenträger of E100, the Aufklärungs Panzer, the Awful Panther, they're still in the game files, but you have no access to them. But whatever. So yeah, today we'll do a quick summary of all the vehicles that happened this year. So tank-e-dex, right? But here are the in the works vehicles. So we got the 121B, the L60, the Liberté, the Kropfsteyr Waffenträger. So it was leaked in 2015, February of 2015. It took them about 2 years to release it. Almost 2 years. Whoa. So here you can see all the dates I have gathered, but these vehicles are in the works. Oops. Increase the OCD acting up. But yeah, here are the console exclusives. Forgot the KV-76, Capture KV-76, well whatever. But yeah, we have the tier 10 light tanks, the Tiger 2P, which is basically tier 7 stock Tiger 2. It's like the KV-122, but better, but still piece of crap, cash grab. Ugh. So all the vehicles in the works. This is an older spreadsheet that I made, whatever. But here are the main stats. So as of 2017, or beginning of 2017, or 9.17, we have a total of 477 vehicles available to the player base in some way or the other. So you can get it from eBay, from buying stuff like the M6A2E1, or you can just buy it in the game. But 122 total premium / special vehicles, so 65 of them are limited sailing period premium tanks, 32 premium vehicles are available all year round, 15 special reward vehicles, so you can go back to this list and see all the premium tanks, gift vehicles, yada yada. But 10 special gift vehicles, 15 reward vehicles, 355 normal vehicles. So basically add this number, the 355 with the 32, and 387 vehicles are immediately available all year round, as long as you have the free XP to research them. So yeah, that's a lot of vehicles, but 100 or 90 of them are limited time only. So yeah, and about 30 vehicles are in the works. So we have the tier 10 premium tanks. So these are the Object 777 version number 2, the Object 268, the Object 257, 25, a bunch of no 252 is tier 8. So yeah, go back to the list, but holy crap, the grand total of all the vehicles without the legacy vehicles are 510. So that's the end of 2016, but for next year, we're likely going to see the Polish vehicles, so that's another 10 at least. But yep, here are all the summary of different nations. So the Germans are the most in the game, so 101 available, and you can read the list, you can read the spreadsheet. So about 40 vehicles are introduced this year for the premium or normal, both premium and normal, but it's mostly premium. So yep, we got the Action-X Centurion, the black vehicles, the T-45 gift vehicle, the L-60, the Krebsstein Waffentrigger, the Patriot, the Liberté, yada yada yada. And here are all the vehicles that are covered for leak videos, but never came out. Exclude the tier 10 light tanks or the 252U or the S1. So yep, short video for today, nothing to talk about. So we got the Grill 15, the Action-X Centurion, and the Batchat 25T AP switch. We only got the compensation for the Action-X Centurion with the FE4202, especially on the North American server, but I mean, I want the Waffentrigger off E100 as a alternate gift special vehicle for those who already have it to be available after the switch to the Grill 15, but oh well. Or the Lorraine 40T. I'm going to be pissed if the Lorraine 40T is going to be sold without given to those who already have the Batchat 25T AP. So, I mean, this year was alright when you think about it. We had the physics, we had the sound, which, I mean, the first iteration of the physics got shifted around pretty hard because you got flipped over dramatically and turned to your sides. That got tweaked for the next patch. So the first early half of this year were fixes to the physics, the sounds, all the fixing, if you will. But for the second half, the sandbox broke, or didn't broke, it just did not work. So yeah, let's just do the Swedish vehicles and we'll call it a year. So that's the whole outline summary of this year. Oh well, but I mean, there are a few questionable, tactics or methods or events that happened this year, namely the KV-122 and the black vehicles. So basically the black vehicles surprised everybody. Yeah, it does surprise everybody because it came out like a week before the leak videos. Actually, not a week before, like 3 days before. So initially they have the black vehicles leak data 3 days before the release, whereas normally the amount of time between the leak info to the actual release of the vehicles is about 6 months or 4 months to about 6 months or 8 months. If it's stuck in limbo for a little bit more, then you have vehicles like the Krebsstein Waffentrigger, which took almost 2 years. But the fastest example of a leaked vehicle from initial stats to actual release this year is the Jumbo Pershing, I believe. But the black vehicles are just like reskinned vehicles. So KV-122, suck ass. It's a piece of cash grab scumbaggery. Same goes for the black vehicles, but it's a little bit better for the Schwarzpanzer. The Schwarzpanzer 58, basically black Panzer 58, because if you don't like the green vehicle, the green Panzer 58 mutts, you can buy the black version. But why introduce the T-34 black? No purpose. Or the IS-6 black. You can just do the skin mods. I don't know, whatever. Also the skin mod or skin for the Armtail Scorpion Waffentrigger. Lobster. So there you go, folks. All the vehicles added this year. 477. I mean, I counted the Liberté and the Patriot twice because there are skin versions and non-skin versions, so it's inflated with crap. Also, you have the black vehicles, so technically it's not about 40 vehicles added this year. It's about 30 or so, because black vehicles are basically the same thing, or the KV-122, same thing, or the double skin Jumbo Pershing or Liberté. Nah. But yeah, fun. Fun. I mean, I like the Swedish vehicles. Truly I do, but this year seems like split focus, divergent. First half, fixing stuff. Second half, let's just do the Swedish hype and we'll call it a year. So next year, we're probably going to get the light tank hype and then die off with the stuff like the Polish. Well, they were talking about the Polish, but it's not going to be like high tier vehicles. So who knows, but you can download my Tank-e-Dex in the description below. So I'll give you guys the link. I was thinking about doing the description of each and every vehicle, like with the column right here, but that would take forever. So, oh well, but holy crap, 500 vehicles. Well, 2016, it was not that great of a year outside of World of Tanks. So, a lot of famous people died. One of my favorite actors, Gene Wilder. Oh man, this year sucked. Also like David Bowie. Oh my god. So yeah, this year not that great. Prince. Who else died this year? Holy crap. But yeah, this year it was alright. But I'll do the summary, the complete summary of all the stuff, all the patches, all the comparison between 2015 and 2016 coming right up. But there you go, folks. The Tank-e-Dex for World of Tanks. We have 477 vehicles available to everybody in some way or the other, and 510 for all the resources and the leaked videos put together. So, pretty crazy. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.